Salute, peace and blessings to everybody, man. DOE at the control room. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the channel. Once again, thank you for all the love and support. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So, before I get started, lately I've been like, just certain things been coming my way, and I've been wanting to share it with everybody. Because, I talk about battle rap, I talk about comedy, I talk about pretty much everything. So I try not to stay stagnated in one subject matter. But this particular subject matter is really, words can't even explain what I really want to say. This is really unheard of. Take a look.
Is facing 180 days in jail for overpaying his child support and over-visiting his 11-year-old son. His attorney and a community activist are now demanding answers.
It's my responsibility to take care of it. I brought him in this world. I have to.
Clifford Hall says he's more than happy to pay child support for his 11-year-old son.
I'm his father. It's my responsibility to take care of it.
But Hall says when the amount of child support was modified, no one told him.
And I discovered that for some reason his employer was withholding a large amount some weeks, a small amount some weeks, zero amount some weeks.
And I didn't want to go to jail, basically.
So Hall quickly paid almost $3 grand in back child support. When Hall and his ex-wife were in Judge Lisa Millard's court last November, he owed nothing.
Opposing counsel testified twice that he's all paid up.
But the attorney representing the child's mother wanted Hall to pay her $3 grand in attorney fees, and Judge Millard agreed. Court documents also reveal Hall wasn't following the court's scheduled times to pick up his son, another modification he says he knew nothing about.
The judge ended up sentencing him to 6 months in jail.
When she said, I sent, remand you to the Harris County Jail for 180 days, my mouth just dropped. I can't be there for my son in jail. I can't pay child support in jail. This is not in the best interest of the child.
Judge Millard also points out Hall's attorney could have filed a motion for reconsideration. She says that would have allowed her to hear both sides again and reevaluate the situation.
So after doing further research, Clifford Hall actually ended up getting released from jail after serving 14 days, thankfully to his strong legal team that he had hired to defend him. But here's what ended up happening overall. So not only did this innocent man spend 2 weeks of his life in jail, he lost his job. His employer even admitted that it was a clerical error on their part. And now he's $10,000 in debt, including having to also pay for his ex-wife's attorney fees, which she's the one that actually brought him to court in the first place. And as soon as he got out, he owed another $1,000 for child support.
DOE at the control room. Let's talk about it. Alright, before I get started, I want to give a special shout out to my man OE, who gave me this beautiful intro for the control room, for my control room channel. So if you ever need some sort of intros, anybody need intros for their channel, let me know. I'll make the introduction and he can hook you guys up, you know what I mean? So salute to my man New York Piffy, my man Davey Dex, can't forget Royal Hustle, you know what I'm saying? Babs, Hitless Battle League, my man Swagger, you know what I'm saying? Jazz and Rock, you know what I'm saying? The rest of the control room family, Humble G's, and the list goes on. So let's get to it. How do you go to jail for overpaying child support? How do you go to jail for overseeing your child? I'm gonna let that marinate. The gentleman's name is Clifford. All right. First of all, his name is Clifford. So I think you should have just went to jail alone for that name alone, Clifford. But listen, how do you go to jail for overpaying I guess the mother of his child took him, said he owed child support. Come to find out he didn't even owe child support. He overpaid child support, and they locked him up for 180 days. And it could have been prevented. It could have been mediated. And he had to pay his son's mother's lawyer fees. Listen, I'm blessed to be born in America. I get it. But it's like they give you a compliment and then kick you in your ass. Like it's always an issue. It's not even, like that is just, he got robbed twice. They robbed him of his freedom, his money. He can't even take some of that money back. Not that he would, but how do you go to prison for overdoing the right thing? Like he did such a good job. They said, you going to jail. Nope. You are going to jail. There's people in this country that walk around every day that don't do anything for their kids. Nothing. They don't want to see their children. They don't acknowledge their children. They don't pay no child support. Hell, we ain't even got no real men out here anymore. And this man stepped it up and said, you know what, let me make sure I'm doing the right thing. And they said, you know what, you're doing such a great job, you're going to jail. You know, I remember when you know, me and my daughter's mother, we decided to part ways, and I made sure I took care of my daughter. My daughter was at that time 10 years old at the time. I made sure, and trust me, she could have said, nah, this ain't enough money, and she could have took me straight to child support. But being that we have such a good relationship, she didn't do that. But I was still doing my job. You know what I'm saying? And money doesn't always count, you know, don't get me wrong, money, but it's just the fact that I just feel, especially people of color, we should, you know, we need to like take care of our own business instead of having people in the middle. You see how things went? He wound up going to jail and he lost his job. This man done lost his job. Just trying to take care of his son. That's crazy, man. I mean, I just feel like, listen, man, let me tell you something, ladies. You know, you may not like or get along with your son's father, your children's father, whatever, but don't just put the man away in prison because you don't like him. Because I can tell that's what that's really about. She just didn't like him. I mean, he could have probably got with another woman or something, and she was like, you know what? I don't give a damn about your money. I don't care how much you love our child. You did me dirty, so you're going to jail. There's so many men out here that's locked up in prison because of a woman being scorned or being upset. And ladies, you can't tell me I'm lying. This happens all the time. You take them to court, they lie, they'll push the narrative, especially with, you know, no disrespect, but the women judges ain't, you know, they be like, nah, you court's adjourned, your ass is going to jail. You just need to lighten up, man, because at the end of the day, he gonna get another job eventually, but that child is gonna suffer from that. That's not gonna make the man want you more, because you upset, taking it out on this man, and the child. You know what I'm saying? The child is suffering from it. Don't let the child suffer. Don't let the child suffer because you're feeling some type of way. You're gonna have to get about your feelings. That's all I'm saying. I gotta cut that out. DOA at the control room, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the channel, man. I ain't got that much to say about the subject matter. I think it's stupid.